Welcome to the channel, people. Today's a special Dollar Tree edition, and as most of you know, I do a lot of browsing in Dollar Tree, and one of my favorite things that I've been wanting to spend time DIYing with are these vinyl. Now, I didn't get too wild, but I did pick up about 6 or 7 different styles and a few things from Dollar Tree to give you guys some projects with. 8 projects to be exact in this video. This hurricane vase is not as large as the other ones that I've picked up from Dollar Tree, but it will do just the trick for this simple project. I just took the vinyl and cut it to size for the bottom portion. I had some of this messy, sparkly, messy, glittery ribbon and thought, let's attach this one here, make us a little glam part. You can use, of course, whatever ribbon you want. And I did hot glue it to the material. I don't like using the hot glue right on the glass. It never holds well for me. Some of these little wood bits I picked up from Dollar Tree, added in a little white stand and put a candle pillar on the top. And I just love how elegant and simple this piece was. I love book decor, and when I told Sammy over at Unicorn Dust Designs that I was doing this, she's like, you gotta make a book, vinyl, DIY. I'm like, girl, I'm on it. You know I am, because I absolutely love making book decor. Both of these books came from Dollar Tree as well, different sizes. You can use as many books as you want, obviously, or just one, just one. I went with 2, and the smaller one is significantly smaller than the large one. I have this glitter vinyl that I'm using, and honestly, it was my favorite to work with. It's a little bit thicker and it did not shed. I didn't have glitter bits all over the place. It was really, really nice. I felt like the process of doing this was the easiest to make sure I had some overhang to flap around the book ends. And then I just cut it short where the pages were on the longer sides. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I couldn't tuck it in there on that way, so I decided to just cut it short. I took some of this. I got this on clearance at Walmart. People, pay attention to Walmart clearance. You get deals for $1. But I wanted to go a little shabby-ish with this, so I also took some of the Dollar Tree nautical rope and just kind of shredded the little pieces. Threw some greenery on top of here. This maybe took me 20 minutes to cover these books, and it's absolutely stunning how amazing this vinyl upgraded them to look like something you would pay so much more for in a high-end store. In case you're ever wondering what you can create with the Dollar Tree metal tags, I got your back, people. A little easy DIY. I'm just taking some of this buffalo check and cutting it down to size, and I'm only cutting it to be able to cover half of one, well, half of each. I can never completely cover up something that's galvanized or the metal. Like, I love it. I don't know how other people do it. I'm like, why are you doing that to the galvanized metal? Stop it. So we're leaving half of it open so we can see the beautiful shiny. And so it doesn't look, trashy. I'm covering it up with a little piece of the ribbon from Dollar Tree, and then taking some of these little one little key laser cutout, gluing it on there. Be mindful. I put too much glue on there. My glue came smooshing out them little holes, but don't do that. Learn from my mistake. Less is more. These little mirror houses also came from Dollar Tree. I'm just taking one of them and applying onto the other tag to match with our little key. Make sure you peel that film back, people. Like, you can actually peel it back and it reveals real mirror. I didn't know that for a hot minute. I would leave the film on there, but you can actually peel that off to reveal a beautiful mirror. Toss you some twine in there and then hang them wherever. I think of all the wood pieces I see at Dollar Tree, this one has got to be one that is like a staple there, and I see all year long no matter what. So I figured, let's do something with this piece. Really simple, just to add a little something extra, and cover it with a piece of vinyl. It's photo frame ready, it technically is like a photo frame. So I just cut the vinyl down to size and then took some of these transfers and rubbed them in there. The laughter, I should have cut that separately, because as you can see, this little house here just covered it up. So that was my bad on that one. And look how beautiful this film just pulls off of here, revealing a pretty little mirror. And this idea would work as well if you just want to paint the chalkboard, if you didn't want to use the vinyl, but I think a pattern would even look really nice on here. I just wanted the words to kind of stand out a little bit, put some florals up in the corner, and that is it for this one. I'm using a piece of foam board to create this piece. You can use a piece of wood, a frame, anything. This is just me giving you the idea. We're taking a piece of vinyl and we're going to cover it over 75% of the half of this piece of foam board. If you choose to do foam board, be prepared because this is not forgiving. If you try to peel this up, it's just going to peel your foam board up. So you get one shot at this, okay? One shot. I was fairly happy with how well I did. Next, I'm taking some joint compound. Now, this is some stuff that I have around the house that I use to fix walls and stuff. I've used this stuff from Dollar Tree. And for something like this, I would not use this particular brand because it is more like a powdery, I don't know, it reminds me of like sand almost. See how it's kind of stuck to my finger? The other stuff that I'm using is creamy and it doesn't also crack as much as that other stuff. The other stuff I feel like cracks more than this particular joint compound. And I mean, spackling and joint compound are fairly different, but not hugely different. That's topic for a whole nother video, which I think I might have even did somewhere in my content. Okay, back to the project. So we're just spreading this on here and you could leave it like that if you want. I decided that I wanted to take a little clay tool, and they actually have different tools with different shapes and stuff on the edges. So really whatever makes you fuzzy inside to create this look, you make that happen. I just chose to draw some waves really with the little clay scraping tool and let it dry. And I just love this. I mean, seriously, the vinyl looks amazing with this texture on the side. People, it's not going to get any easier than this. Do you enjoy tier trays or just having like small little pieces on your shelves? Because this is the project for you. Taking more of that same vinyl. It's really my favorite out of all the ones that I have. I really like the other, like the sparkly one too, but this really is my favorite. You can get wood roll-in pins from several different places, but my favorite and the cheapest that I have found is Target's Five Below area. That's what I call it, or the Bullseye Playground. Some refer to it as the dollar spot, but we all know they do not just have things for $1. So it's the Five and Below area for me. I picked this up and I think I only have one more of these because I had 2 packs and then I've used, anyhow, we're getting off topic. I'm taking the vinyl and just wrapping around the center here. I wish I would have done the antique Waverly wax beforehand, but I was so excited to just get this vinyl on here and actually see what it looked like. I mean, you can leave it, the natural is beautiful as well, but I like the way that the dark kind of brought out the colors in the vinyl. What do you guys think? When I picked this little piece up from Dollar Tree around Valentine's Day, I just knew I was going to hold on to it until I thought of something really cute to do with it. And here, I completely was unaware that I was even filming, and that in the process of forgetting that I was filming, I ripped the little truck off that was on the front of it, and you guys didn't even get to see it, so I'm sorry about that. But there was a little truck on here with a little heart. I just used a butter knife to flick that sucker right across the table, and then took some antique Waverly wax and put around the box. I'm taking some more of my favorite vinyl and we are going to just put it at the top of this. I think this is probably my second favorite in the video that I made. It just looks so high end once I got done with it. You guys can put a string back through there if you want, or put a string around the ends. For staging purposes, I just used some little sticky, pieces to attach on the back of here and stick it to the wall, but feel free to put whatever kind of hanger on this piece that you want. I took a stencil that I had laying around the house and just picked like another little floral pattern that I thought was very similar to that on the vinyl, and that is it for this one. Dollar Tree has a ton of photo frames, people. Now, they might not be the most high-end things and may break easily. However, I needed just the right frames for the job. So I picked up this 4x6. Also, this little Grateful wall decor piece because it was like a box thing. And this wall decor piece because the frame, it kind of matched the one that we picked up with the photo frame. And I didn't want to have to paint the frames. If you don't mind painting the frames, you do you. Grab whatever ones you want. But for this particular project, I just wanted to make sure that the frames matched. Now, you can use as many pieces as you want. We are creating a wall decor collage using the vinyl pieces. The fun thing about creating something like this is you can use as many different sizes and styles as you want, and also put different color vinyls on every single one that make sense for your color choice in your home. So for this first box piece, I decided to use this as our little pop out with our accent of color. I'm just using 3 for this. You can use as many as you want. I'm giving you the idea here. And it should come as no surprise to you that these suckers were breaking on me. Oh, it's so frustrating because then you got to go in and glue and, you know, I spared you guys all of that. But just to let you know, like as I was popping stuff out, the little clips on the back were snapping off and I had to end up gluing things. I mean, for $1.25, I'm not going to complain. But still, like just trying to take the piece of glass off the back of this, it just would, see, look, they're just snapping. Like, I'm not Hercules, you know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't pop off that easy when I'm just trying to, and a piece of the frame popped off too. Anyhow, here I'm ranting and complaining. You guys know how I am. I can't help myself with some things. But once you have your vinyl in all your pieces or on all your pieces, hang it on the wall, whatever way makes sense for you, and all the colors and all the different style frames will just look amazing on your wall. And that's going to be it for today, people. I hope you guys enjoyed these vinyl projects. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. And until next time,